thanks, thanks. I give you thanks for all you have done. I am so blessed. My soul is at rest. Oh Lord, I give you thanks, thanks, thanks. I give you thanks for all you have done. I am so blessed. My soul is at rest. Oh Lord, I give you thanks. Indeed, this is the day that the Lord has made. We just want to rejoice and be glad. Good morning, Chisholm. How are you? Great morning to you. Glad to have you with me this morning. Indeed, it is a beautiful day. I mean, every day is a beautiful day, whether it is sunshine or whether it is raining. Thank you for sunshine. Thank you for rain. Thank you for joy. Thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day. I'm a little bit tired, but I'm good. I went to bed very late last night, but I am okay otherwise. Thank you for asking. Today, I am grateful to God for being here. What are you grateful for this morning? I see you said, I'm blessed, Trina. Awesome, 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 awesome. Keep not silent, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not silent, O God. For for lo, thine enemy make, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against the hidden ones. They have said, Come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may not be no more remembered. For they have consulted together with one they have conferred against thee, the tabernacle of Edom and Israelites, and of the Moabites. This morning, who said, Let us take ourselves to the house of God in possessions. O my God, make them like wheel as the stubble before thee, thy winds. As the fire burneth a wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains of fire, so persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with the storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may see thy name, O Lord. Let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Jehovah, we praise you. Thou art the most high, all the earth. Jehovah, we praise you. We praise your name. We praise your name. Sister Parker, I'm grateful to God. God is good, she says. Good morning. Jehovah, we praise you. Jehovah, we praise you. We praise your name. Jehovah, we praise you. This morning, I give God thanks for His continued blessing. Many of the blessings that He has given unto us this morning. And I'm thankful that He has allowed us to be here today. St. Luke 14, verse 8. I'm so grateful to have each and every one of you with me this morning. And I'm going to go straight into the word. I know that's a bit later than usual, but nonetheless, we are going to jump straight into the word. Look. Oh my God. St. Luke 14, verse 28. For which of you intended to build a tower, sitteth not down first, and counted the cost, whether he have sufficient to build it. I'm going to drop this into the chat. Good morning to you, Sister Iris. Sister Iris says, good morning, chat. He says, how is everyone doing this morning? So let me drop this in the chat. Oh my God, let me do all of it over because I wanted the scripture to come in there already so we can read it together. So we're going to talk about being realistic this morning. Think realistic. I know some people, they are realists and they would love this word this morning. All right. For which of you intended to build a tower, seated down first and count the cost, whether he have sufficient to build, to finish it. How many of you have done that? How many of you have done that? You sit down and you count the cost before you build. How many of you? Oh my God. How many of us? So this morning we want to talk a little bit outside of what we always talk, but it's within the same line still. It might sound a little strange, but it's the same thing. Think realistically. Think realistically. So that's what we want to talk about this morning. Thinking realistically. I know many of us don't really do that. So even though, yes, we have faith, to move mountain, sometimes we gotta still think realistically. All right. So that's our thought this morning. Thinking realistically. All right. Reality is difference between what you wish for and what is. How is it this morning? Do you guys still have lots of rain? How is the weather on your side? Still a little bit cloudy here. Still a little bit cloudy here. But I'm still grateful. A little bit cold, and sometimes when it's raining, it causes the place to be a little bit dark, so you sleep longer than usual. And I think that's what happened to me this morning. But thank you for the 3 people that gave me a thumbs up already. Thank you for all of you that is here already. And today we are going to dive down into this one. All right. We have about 5 points to talk about. Don't worry, even though it says 5, it's not going to be longer than the norm. All right. If you are naturally optimistic person, you may find it difficult to think realistically. So let me see all the optimists. this morning. All the people say, I'm an optimist. Good morning, Best Bean. Best Bean says, nothing was at the gate for me to see, so you might want to check. Oh, no, for me, I don't reach that part as yet. I am still I'm still I still have some way to go. I only have partial, so I still have some way to go. I still have some way, so I don't benefit that way yet. So I'm still working it, best. Still working it. So only super chats and memberships and all of that. The first part that you had gone. It is a struggle, but I'm grateful. hmm So it is saying, indeed, you may think. So I mean, I think I'm an optimistic person. I always try to, see the positive in everything. But being an optimist, sometimes you have to look at life, look at reality. You understand? Being an optimistic person, I can say, all right, you know, I'm going to go to, I'm going to go to, um, say I'm going to go to England for example. And I'm saying, me, I know I'm going to England, and I take up my passport, pack my clothes, go to the airport, because I'm an optimist. I'm an optimist. So I know that I'm going to get by faith. I know they're not going to turn me back, and I'm going to make it, being an optimistic person. So I'm just giving you an example. Now, when I go to the airport, the first thing, I didn't book a ticket. So as a realist, you know that you need to book a ticket. Okay. Or for example, if I did book the ticket, but when I look, really? Is anybody else hearing me? Anybody else seeing or hearing me? Type a yes in the comment if you're seeing me or you're hearing me. Talking about going to the airport, making a flight over to England. Type a yes if you're hearing all of that. I don't know. Let me check this. Let me check my phone. It seems okay to me. Not sure. So maybe I don't know. Maybe it's your. Well, nobody else is saying yes, so it look like it's mine. But it's showing on my phone. Ah, it's Saniki coming in. So good morning, Saniki. So is my screen frozen, Saniki? Maybe it's best. Maybe you need to go and come back. So when I go to the airport and I book the ticket and everything, but when I go, I don't have a visa. I don't have a visa. Mm? There and then, I cannot be a boy. So many people. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So to there and then, I cannot be a um optimistic person in that way. As a realist, one other thing, yeah, and common sense too. If you're gonna go somewhere, you want to see whether or not is it that um you're going to need what you call it now. You're going to need a visa to go there. You're going to need what and all the stuff you're going to need to go to this place that you go to, right? So we have to ensure that we do what we know it's supposed to be. So if you are naturally an optimistic person, you may find it difficult to think realistically. I remember at work, I had a staff who he is a realist. He is a realist. He have to count the maths. So sometimes we are working towards making a target. And he's very close. But he would do the maths and check and says, listen, we're not going to go there. We're not going to get to the maths. Right? We're not going to make it. But sometimes, as an optimistic person, and how we have faith, we said, listen, we have seen how God turn things around in one day. Sometimes him win, sometimes we win. So it depending on the situation and depending on the circumstance, sometimes you have to just be realistic. Sometimes when we look at the target, is extremely big, and we just have maybe like 3 days left, right? So we know, realistically, we know that we will not be able to get to that target any at all, right? So at the end of the day, we want to say, at the end of the day, when we check, we said, all right, realistically, we know we're not going to be able to hit that target, but we can come close to it. All right. Good morning to Jordan and Miro. I hope you guys are doing well today. So, indeed, you may think it's the opposite of having faith. And that's what I'm saying. We may say, well, if you're a realist, you not have no faith. And that's not the case. That's not the case, right? No, faith doesn't deny the problem. It connects you with God. Through those strength, you can overcome. So that is what faith does. So here are some of the things that thinking realistically will do for you. Number one, minimize unnecessary risk. Right? So when you think realistically, this what another first thing you can do is to minimize unnecessary risk. So the same example I gave earlier, to minimize the risk of being turned back, when you go to the airport, you first want to ensure you book a ticket, and you want to make sure it's a flight that you're supposed to go on, and you want to make sure you have a passport to go to England. No, you can decide not to carry any luggage, because that's okay. As a realist, you're gonna say, I can go over there and people can buy me stuff, right? So at the end of the day, you can do that, right? So you will minimize the risk of being turned back, because you know where you're going, you have the address for where you're going, you have a ticket, and you have a visa. All right. So you cannot just go on faith and say, then go and make me go through. No, you have to look at it realistically. And so this will minimize the risk of you not being put on that plane. All right. So this is practically important when your actions affect others. So also when your action affect others as well. The motto is expect the best and plan for the worst. Right? What are your thoughts on that statement? Expect the best and plan for the worst. Good morning, Natasha. I hope you had a beautiful sleep last night, Natasha, and you got some rest. Mm? And you're not too wet this morning. What do you think that is saying? Any thoughts on that? Expect the best and plan for the worst. Mm? Expect the best and plan for the worst. Quickly, I'm thinking, I don't know if I'm right, but I'm just thinking out loud now that you are going to go to a match, say a football match, and it's Jamaica versus England or Jamaica versus US. And you say, what? Why Jamaica beat US? But when you heard the weather the night before, the weatherman said it's going to be a thunderstorm, or we're going to have lots of rain. Expect the best, but plan for the worst. Here, in my view, I'm saying you're going to be praying and you're going to say, Lord, please hold up your hands, don't make no rain come, because we want a good match. But when you are going to go to the match. Planning for the worst mean you're going to carry your coat, you're going to carry your umbrella, you're going to wear comfortable shoes, because the weatherman did say there was going to be rain. I don't know. Is that what you are getting from it? So expect the best, but plan for the worst, because you're excited. So it is with faith. You're going to say, God, I'm praying that you just hold up your hands, wait until the wait until the match is finished and you can pour down the rain. But what you can do is to prepare for the rain. Simple. Prepare for the rain. So a realistic person will do that. And it also means sometimes probably common sense too. By thinking that the way you minimize unnecessary risk. So by thinking that way, you will minimize unnecessary risk. Mm? You will minimize unnecessary risk. The risk of being soaked in the stand. Because if it's, say, for example, if Jamaica is keeping, and I have no overhead or so, the stands are open, right? So that is what I am thinking it means. I don't know if I'm right, but that's what I'm thinking it means. So the farmers might need the rain. Of course, they would need the rain. And so it could be some people close by where, I've been praying and say, Lord, send the rain. But if I am going to the match and the weatherman says it's going to rain, then reality should struck to me that I should walk with my umbrella or my rain cloak, or get a part of the stand that is covered if I don't have any of those, right? So Beth says making the preparation is necessary. Exactly. So, and you will minimize unnecessary risk. So if it means, if you don't want to end up achieve what you are working for, there are other options. Thank you for your point, Saniki. So by thinking, so it means it gives you a goal with a plan to reach. You have a goal and a plan to reach. So here is the good news. You need a sense of hope in order to succeed. Here is the bad news. Hope is not a strategy. Hope is not a strategy. I can hope from now till tomorrow morning. That's not a strategy. I'm hoping to achieve the full milestone here, but that's not a strategy. I have to plan a strategy. How am I going to get to that goal? Right? It's not a strategy. All right? So the realistic person will know, well, me really hope that we can meet, the full package, but it's going to take some work for me to do. That is what I will say. So, as a realistic person, think realistic what it will do for you. We talk about one, minimize unnecessary risk. Two, show you what needs to be changed. It will show you what needs to be changed. So people who really solely on hope for their success rarely make change to a high priority, right? So if you are solely hoping, solely depending on hope for success, you're really going to make change. Highly unlikely that these persons will make change. And I discovered that recent times too. Sometimes you have to do a lot more in order to be successful. You got to have to do something different. You cannot just sit down and say, boy, right, Taniki, you can't sit down and say, well, me just I go just do some videos and put it up. and hope that we're going to make some money. Huh? Right, Bess? You have to put in some work. You have to have a strategy, Bess. I'm saying to you both, because both of you are content creators. I don't know if Mira is still here. But the content creators, we cannot just sit down and hope. Say, relax today, man, because me I hope say one of my videos go viral. And every day we get up. Every day we get up and saying, well, me I pray so one of my videos are going to go viral. And we sit down and we just hope and I pray say, one of my video go viral, yeah, man. Maybe tomorrow. And you might get one dream and say, all right. And one video pop up and you see somebody else go viral and you have a video similar to that. It's all right. Look like my time will come. And you're not doing anything, you know. You're not uploading any video. You're not sharing with anybody. So all of that, when all of that happens, what it means, you just have a hope. You just have a hope, but it's not happening, right? So hope alone is not going to work. So it is saying, show you what needs to be changed, realistically thinking. You're going to say, all right. Because to be honest, I've been looking on my channel and I've been saying, all right, I probably need to change some of the thumbnail. I might need to change some of the, what you call that again? Oh my God, I can't remember the name of that thing. But I've been looking through, I've been scrolling through, I've been doing a little check here and there. So maybe I need to change this, I need to change that, and all of that, because I am hoping, right? I am not sitting and just hoping, but I'm hoping and I'm working. Good morning, Ashley. Good to have you, my darling. Nice to see you over here. It's been a while. How are you? Right? So faith without works is dead. Thank you for that scripture, Bess. We need to have faith. And again, Sister Ari says, Trina, I need the rain to have a bath and wash and do my housework. So you over here praying and say, Lord, do not send the rain. But Sister Iris over there and say, Lord, the water is going down. I just have a small amount in the drum or in the tank or whatever. Right? And the Lord loves us both, you know. He loves us both. Remember, we said yesterday, he doesn't have any favorites. He does not have any favorites. And so he's going to give both of us our requests. But maybe Sister Iris' need is greater than mine. Right? So at the end of the day, the rain will come because she really, really needed it. All right? So it's not because, God didn't hear your prayer. So at the end of the day, the people who really rely solely on hope for their success, they really make changes in their lives. You know anybody like that? They really want a change, but they're not willing to make any change in their lives. While I was reading this last night, I started to think about many of us that we need change in our jobs. We need change and we're really not doing anything about it. We're tired of the job that we're doing, but we're not making any change. And every day we complain, I'm just tired of this. We're not making any change. Probably look for a different position within the company or look on the outside for another job. But we complain bitterly and we don't make the change. We're not going to get the change until we do something. I don't know if you are watching and you are having a challenge. It could be on your job and you just need a change. You might just need to do some research. What is it you love to do? Where would you like to work? And do a research. Or look in your workplace. Is it that they have other jobs there that you can do? You might just tired of what you're doing. I remember once when I became so tired of what I was doing at work, I started to search on the outside for jobs. And I searched and I searched, and I didn't find anything that really stood out to me. But then the Lord worked it out. So I was being a realist by searching for a job. And with faith and praying to God, God opened up a job for me at work. And I actually got a promotion. So I was doing something different. And I felt better for that. So you have to understand. So why bother changing? That is what the person will say, who just say hope. Them hoping on it. They must say, why may I bother change? Me not need to change, you know. There's nothing like real reality staring you in the face to help you to see what needs to be changed. Reality will be staring you in the face and showing you what needs to be changed, but you're sitting there and hoping it will change. It's not going to be changed by you just hoping it change. All right. Following Christ is the most blessed and joyful life you can live. But there's a price to be paid for it. And Jesus was realistic about it. There is a price to be paid, and Jesus did. He was realistic about it. Mhm. So if you do not carry your own cross and follow me, you cannot be my disciple. I cannot carry Sister Parker's cross. Oh no. Do you think you can carry Saniki's cross? No. What about Sister Iris? Do you think you can carry Ashley's cross? No. Natasha, do you think you can carry Mira's cross? No. Chisholm, if you are still with us, do you think you can carry my cross? Hmm? Can we carry somebody else's cross? No. We all need to carry our own cross. I remember, I never forget this message that was preached by one of our evangelists at church. Never forget it. It was one of there are some messages that are standout messages, and this was one of them. And I remember even the title of the message. It stood out. The title of the message was Carry Your Cross. Carry your cross. And she must remember that message. And she preached about, I don't know if Natasha, if you remember that message preached by one of our evangelists, right? Or Sister Iris, I don't know if you remember, but when she preached about it, she stood out and she said, listen, when you said, Lord, my burdens are so heavy. This cross is too much for me to bear. This burden is too much for me to carry. When we look, and the Lord said, all right, go and put your cross over there. And the Lord tell him to go put his cross where a lot of other crosses were. And then the Lord says, all right, step back. I want you to look, and I want you to take up another cross, because you have to carry a cross. And the person went back to take up the smallest cross, because they were saying their cross was so big to bear. And when they took up that small cross, the Lord turned to the individual and said, but you took up back your same cross. You took up back the cross you just put back down. A lot of times we are going through our situations and it looks so mountainous. It looks so big. It looks so bad. And we're saying nobody is not going through what we're going through. And we think we're going through the worst. But might I stop by this morning to tell you that you are not going through the worst. You are not going through the worst. I guarantee you somebody is going through worse than you. And so be encouraged this morning. Do not put down your cross. We all have to carry our own cross realistically. Each of us have to carry our own cross. God created a balance in everything, and that's something we should, right, imitate. We have to have a balance. Thank you for that thought, Bess. We need to. Number 3, so we talk about the things realistically, thinking realistically will do for you. JB, we're doing a check back for you. 1, you will minimize unnecessary risk. 2, you'll show you what needs to be changed. And 3 is where we reach. It will give you a sense of security. Do you agree with that point? Do you think thinking realistically gives you a sense of security? When you have thought through the worst that can happen and develop contingency plans to meet it, you become more confident and secure. It's reassuring to know that you are unlikely to be surprised. Disappointment is difference between the expectation and the reality. So thinking realistically minimizes the difference between the two. So one of the things that can give you a sense of security, if you go to a financial planner, one of the things that they say to you, you should always have saved up 6 months' salary. So if you work $100,000 per month, then you should always have $600,000 saved. This is money you're going to put aside in the event of. That's a realistic person. A person who says, well, me go hope so me God I go provide because me serve God and God I go provide. You will not feel that sense of security because you're going to be worried not going to have any food. Say, for example, you lose your job, you don't have any food, you can't pay the bills. But and the logic behind it is that if you lose your job for one reason or another, or you leave your job for one reason or another, if you have 6 months salary, the chances are you will get a job within 6 months. And so during those 6 months, you will continue living a normal lifestyle. You can buy food as you use, you can pay your bills, you can help those who you normally help. You can live just the same while you seek for another job. So that is why it is recommended. So if you are here and you don't have 6 months salary saved up, Trina telling you to do so. And recently, I also talked to a financial advisor. I was talking to the financial advisor about something else, and came up in the conversation, and the person was saying, you need to plan You need to, the first thing you need to work on is your, I don't remember what they call it. They have a name for it, but it was basically the same thing, setting aside 6 months salary. And if if your salary change from 100,000 to 120, it means you need to put some more money on that 600,000, because you don't want to live less within that 6 months, right? So I want to encourage you, right? It's not even an investment, because if it is going to be an investment, it means if it is an investment where you're going to, where you can lose what you save, then that's not what I'm talking. If it's an investment where you will not lose what you save, then you can go right ahead and do it. But this money must be there. You should not touch it. You should never touch it. It must be different from your emergency money. So what I would always love to do, I like to have that money put aside. Well, to be honest, well, when I did some calculation, I actually probably had it. I didn't have it full 100, but you should also have emergency funds put aside. That's not the money I'm talking about. That's going to be different from your emergency fund, because if emergency fund will be something happened to the car and you need to get it done. Something happened at school and your children come home, or your child come home and say, "Mommy or Daddy, I need this, I need that." Or something happened in the house that you never expect, and you have to go into that fund. That's the emergency fund. That's a fund that you will use just at any time. So it's different from that 6 months salary you're going to set aside. You only use that money in case you are not working, unexpectedly. So that money will be there. Some of you say, "Boy, Trina, that's hard to do." You have to do what? Plan towards it. All right. It and I remember when the persons came to our workplace and was talking about this, I was like, really? We can't even save, out of my little salary. But then I realized that all the little savings I was saving here and there and there, those were adding up, right? So it's important that you do that. So it will give you a sense of security. So that's what the realist will do. If you're thinking realistically, you would do that. Number 5, it gives you credibility. So leaders who continually get surprised by the unexpected soon lose credibility in the eyes of their followers. On the other hand, leaders who think realistically and plan accordingly position themselves to win. So if you are a leader and you are listening to me, you have to plan and position yourself to win. You cannot just tell the team, "Listen, we're going to make this target. Just do anything." No. As a realist, you have to say, "All right, we have 100,000 to make as our target. Our 100% as a target, and we have 10 person in. I'm going to give each of you 12%. Each of you need to achieve 12%. Yes, do the maths. If I get a target of 100,000 or 100%, and I have 10 staff. As a leader and a realist, I am not going to give each person 10%. Anybody can tell me why? Let me see if you are thinking. Before I tell you the reason I wouldn't give everybody 10%. I would give each person 12% or more. Why? Anybody can think, why wouldn't I not want, since I have 10 staff, it would be easier, just divide it and everybody get 10%, and it's easy, and you just go through and push towards making the target. So I give you a little time to think about it. So if I want to have credibility among my staff, I have to plan towards it. I can't just get up and hope it will happen. Of course, we can hope, of course. And I do have hope. I'm not saying you're not to be hope, you're not to have hope, Of course, we're going to have some amount of hope. Hope, 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 just a little of hope. You don't need a whole lot, just use what you got. Hope, 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 just a little of hope. Faith, 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 just a little of faith. Faith, 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 just a little bit of faith. You don't need a whole lot, just use what you got. Faith, 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 just a little bit of faith. Love, 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 a little love, love. Love, 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 love. I'm giving us some time for answer, Just a little of love. You don't need a whole lot, just use what you have. Love, 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 just a little bit of love. I said faith, hope, love, just a little bit of faith, hope, love. Faith, hope, love, just a little bit of faith, hope, love. You don't need a whole lot, just use what you got. Faith, hope, love, just a little bit of faith, hope, love. That was one of our Sunday school. That was one of our Sunday school songs. No, not these songs. I'm going to strike it for these songs. Good morning, Principal. Principal is keeping me in check. No, not these songs. Are the famous songs there. These are little Sunday school songs. Why I would give each person more? Because chances are some people not going to make them 10%. Chances are some people will not hit that 10%. So if you fall short by 1 and you fall short by 3 and you fall short by some, I can make it up with the others. So that's what we do as a realistic person and as a leader, right? You always try to give a stretch target. We don't always tell my staff, give yourself, if I give you a target of 5%, you don't give yourself a target of 5%. Give yourself more. Because in the case you don't get to it, in case you working towards your target, if you miss your target, chances are you'll drop into my target and you will have already achieved the target. So that's what I will do. So it gives you credibility as a leader. As a leader, you shouldn't be surprised every time the target is met. People will not trust you. People will not trust you. So before you invite anyone else to be a part of your vision or your project, ask yourself. So you need to ask yourself these 3 questions. Is it possible? Is the target possible? First of all, you want to check on that to make sure it is possible. Have I identify and explain the pros and the cons of achieving it? We have to look at it. We have to look at the pros and the cons. And finally, do I have a solid foundation to build on it? Do I have a solid foundation to build on it? Of course, pray about it as well. Best says that has to be the first thing in every case. It has to. That has to be priority in all cases. Pray about it. I don't just get up and jump up and do this. Sometimes I will be making a decision and the person who I should be making the decision with was wondering, so, you're not giving me an answer yet. You soon get an answer because I'm praying on it. I don't necessarily tell you I'm praying on it, but I'm praying on it. And I see. Oh, God just surprised me last night. I have been waiting for something. I've been waiting for an answer on a particular situation. And last night, I was feeling so down and not really, really down, down, down. But, sometimes you kind of the thing come over you because I had to do something else. And I was saying, Lord, it looked like none of this is working out in terms of what I was waiting for. And I started to feel a little bit down. And that was after I come off of you guys, Bess and Saniki. I just after coming from your houses, I was there and I was just contemplating on some things that I needed to achieve. And then, I had a conversation with somebody. The person was saying to me, have you checked your email to see if you get a response? And I was like, yeah, me check my email this month. I've been checking my email. I didn't get a response. And I mean, I had the computer up and I just decided to check it. Can I tell you the answer was right there? I actually got the email. But the date on the email was actually saying Tuesday. And we were still in Monday. Don't ask me how. Do not ask me how. Mhm. Do not ask me how. And I was saying, boy, God, you just always show me when I least expect it. And that's how it works. And I felt a little bit better. So it was Thomas Edison that observed the value of a good idea is in using it. The value of a good idea. What is the value of a good idea? Is in using it. So I think it's the first I'm hearing this from Thomas Edison. If you have a good idea, there's no value in it for you to keep it. I share with you already, there are some people who have some fantastic ideas, but they will never tell their leaders. They'll never tell their supervisors. They will never share it because they're saying, I'm going to wait until my time come. Then I have all these brilliant ideas. And it never happened for them, It never happened for them. Never. They don't get the breakthrough that they so desire. We need, if you have a fantastic idea, don't keep it. The value is using it, sharing it. You may not be the one to carry out it, but it was your idea. Still share it. You will eventually get the praise for it, the recognition that you deserve. Share it. I promise you, the Lord will download even more fantastic idea. Even for me, even while as I was building over on this YouTube thing, and I was sharing with somebody that I didn't have the time to. I was not able to visit a lot of live stream. I don't. Some people is able to do that, and if you visit a lot of live stream, you will get a lot of people visiting you. But I didn't have as much time, so it was difficult. And one of the things I found worked for me was for me to do some shorter videos and make them really short. And I realized using maybe doing food, uploading like food and so on, people love to see that. I realized that worked. I shared it. I didn't keep it. I thought I was value in it, right? I didn't keep it selfish. So we don't need to be selfish with what we have as value. Some persons, they know how to do certain things and they will never share it. No, they will never The final point of when you think realistically, it will help you make an idea usable by taking away the wish factor. So that's a final point. Most ideas and effort don't accomplish their intended results because they rely too much on what we wish rather than what it is. You can't build a house in the middle of the air, can you? We can't build a house in the middle of the air. It needs a solid foundation. Ideas and plans are the same. They need something concrete on which to build. And think realistically proves that solid foundation. Solomon puts it this way: a prudent person foresees danger and take precaution. The simpleton goes blindly on and suffers the consequence. So the word for us today is that we should think realistically. So the 5 points that we talked about: one, when you think realistically, it minimizes unnecessary risk. Two, it shows you what needs to be changed. Three, it gives you a sense of security. Four, it will give you credibility. And five, it will help you make an idea usable by taking away the wish factor to it. So be a realist today. And of course, we know with God at the end of everything that we do, we will prosper. All right? And we never do anything without consulting Him as our first priority. I hope you were blessed today. I hope you got a word for the day. And for those who have to go, you go out and live your best life. But I started yesterday having a little Bible quiz segment at the end, and I'm definitely going to go through. We have about 10 questions. These are very easy questions. Easy. They're not going to be as hard as best beans questions. These are very easy. You all showed how bright you were yesterday. So, this morning, the first question will be, how many books are in the Bible? How many books are in the Bible? A, 56, B, 66, C, 76. So A, B, or C. Is it A, 56, B, 66, C, 76? Let's see those answers. I should see 7 answers coming through. Is it A, B, or C? You want me to read the options again? Option A is 56, option B 66, option C 76. How many books are in the Bible? So you have 40 seconds to answer. 40 seconds. We're coming down. So A, B, or C. I'm seeing some 66, 66. A, B, or C. I'm seeing one person with B. And As a teacher, I probably would have given that person. But anybody else want to answer? We have 4 persons responding. We have, okay, so we have reached our mark. And yes, you're all correct. 66. And our principal is setting the example by following the instruction. All right, number 2. On what day did God created man? On what day did God created man? The options are A, on the first day, B, on the third day, and C, on the sixth day. Right? So now you probably know, Joseph, you know who you can copy from today, right? Is it A, on the first day? Is it B, on the third day? Or is it C, on the sixth day? We have 60 seconds to respond. I see the answer coming in fast and furious. Yes. Anybody else want to answer? And the most popular answer is these questions are too easy, Trina. I'm going to have to try to get some harder ones for tomorrow, God's willing. Number 3, how many sons did Jacob have? How many sons did Jacob have? So we have 60 seconds to go. Is it A, 6? Is it B, 12? Is it C, 10? How many sons did Jacob have? Is it A, 6? Is it B, 12? Is it C, 10? Let us see those coming through. A, B, or C? Boy, all on a bright this morning. These are just easy. And that's what, when I was doing the research last night, it says easy questions. And they're really easy for real. Number 4, 12 is correct. And B would be the answer. Could the JB come true, JB? JB, if you answer this one first, you hear? First, this man wrote the first 5 books of the Old Testament. He wrote the first 5 books of the Old Testament. Is it A, Moses? Is it B, Joshua? And is it C, Elijah? Is it A, Moses? Is it B, Joshua? And is it C, Elijah? Come true, Joseph. Come true. No, I think these are easier today. So our principal says he's going to go with the popular answer. So we are seeing the answer coming in. So for those of you who don't know, Moses is the answer. Number 5. What part of Adam's body did God created Eve? What part of Adam's body did God use to create Eve? Is it A, rib? Is it B, foot? Is it C, face? The face look like you could have used, face with a nice. Face with a nice. What do you think? You think it's the face? Or you think you use the foot? What do you think? So you are all brilliant. And I get 100 out of 100 to the man. The correct answer would be rib. All right. Number 6. What did David use to kill Goliath? Is it A, did he use a rope? Is it B, did he use a sling and a stone? Or C, did he just use his sword and kill him? What did he use? What did David use to kill Goliath? All of us supposed to know that, you know. I see you, principal. Oh, these are easy, easy, easy ones. Number 7, yes, it's a sling and a stone. Number 7, what sea did Moses part to aid in his people escaping from Pharaoh? Did he part the Black Sea? That's A. Did he part the Red Sea? That's B. Or was it the River Jordan? River Jordan. Oh. River Jordan, oh, River Jordan, oh. River Jordan is sea. Sure, it's not River Jordan. The River Jordan, River Jordan, oh. Popular answer is B, and I would go with that one as well. All right. Did in what city was Jesus born? In what city was Jesus born? Was it Canaan? A. Was it Bethlehem? B. Or was it in Egypt? C. In what city was Jesus born? What is the popular answer? It looks like most of them is B, man. All right, we're coming down nicely. What was Jesus' crown made of? Was it made of red roses? A. Was it made of beautiful flower? B. Or C. Was it made of thorns? What is the response to that? All right, I'm seeing the quick fingers coming through. Thorns is correct. All right, number 10. Who is the angel who told Mary she would give birth? What was the name of that angel? What was the name of that angel? And you're required to write your answer. What was the name of that angel who told Mary, you will have a child and we will call his name Jesus? For he will save his people, that's you and I, from our sin. What was the name of the angel? And what's the Bible scholars now? All right. This one is going to take you to write a bit. Each of you name 3 of the 9 fruit of the Spirit. 3 of the 9. So you're going to give me 3 pegs because it's one fruit, but it has 9 pegs in it. That's how I always like it, like an orange. So you have 9 of them. So I want each of you to give me 3. What's there now? Love, patient, long suffering. That's 3. I want each of you to give me 3 of the fruit of the Spirit. 3. Love is the greatest of all. Peace and patience. Love, peace, and joy. Everybody had love. See that? Love conquers all. Huh? Love conquers all. Let me see if any other repetition. Gentleness, meekness. Watch them now. Watch them now. Come true, best beans. Come true. You know, I think you asked a question on that last night, but I didn't get it. I think I was over Saniki at the time you answered that question. But when I came back, I saw somebody wrote something about it. So I wasn't sure what the question was that you had asked. So, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, gentleness, faithfulness, um, gentleness, and self-control. Awesome. You all know your Bibles. Oh, isn't that wonderful? And we know that we need to all have this. You know, the one that a lot of us have to work on? Mr. Patience. Patience. All right. And we need to have it. It's one of the fruit of the Spirit. Self-control and patience. Some of we have no self-control. All right. What was Jesus? We have 3 more to go. What was Jesus' profession before he started his ministry? What was Jesus' profession before he started his ministry? You level up to 6. Isn't that wonderful? Dan, I'm proud of you. Selvita wants to see this. You are up to 6. Oh, that's good. I wonder if Sister Iris is still listening. Or maybe she's gone to do some washing or something. You gone up to 6. I'm proud of you. Proud of you, proud of you, proud of you. I think I've gone up to maybe 8. I'm going up to about 8 now. I've gone up to about 8 now. So we're leveling up, you know, we're leveling up. All right. So I see you all had the answer correct. Yes, he was a carpenter. It's good to have a trade. It's good to have a trade. I actually like sewing, but me feel lazy to do it. But nonetheless, this other one will require you to type the answer as well. What are the 4 gospels in the New Testament? New Testament. Name the 4 gospel in the New Testament. What are they? The 4 gospel in the New Testament. What quick fingers? Best quick fingers. Quick fingers. I'm seeing best coming through. What say you, Saniki? What says you, JB? And that other person that is still listening, you can join in. Come on, join in, man. We have 2 more to go. 2 more to go, and then we close. So the 4 gospel, we always say Matthew, Mark, Luke. You know what they always say? Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Put on the fuck and them with their hand. I don't remember why we always say it. Michael Jackson. Yeah, go see your type Michael Jackson and put it through. Number 14, sorry. How old was Jesus when he started his ministry? How old was Jesus when he started his ministry? Was he 20? Was he 30? Or was he 40? How old was Jesus when he started his ministry? Right? How old was Jesus when he started his ministry? Is it A, 20? Is it B, 30, or is it C, 40? Oh, the most popular answer is 30, which is B, and that's the correct answer. This one, I will require you to just put your answer into the final one. After Jesus feed the 5,000 people, how many baskets of food were left over? That's the final one. How many baskets of food was left over? Jesus feed the multitude of 5,000 with 5 loaves and 2 fish. How many baskets of food was left over? Now, do you want me to give you options? I see Best coming through with 12. Dan coming through with 12. Any other takers as to 12? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Any other takers? One dozen. Perfect, God, eh? Perfect, God. Perfect numbers, huh? 1 dozen. Isn't God wonderful? It's amazing how He can take nothing and turn it into something. He can take 5 loaves and 2 fishes and feed 5,000 people and leave 12 baskets. He's such an awesome God. Good morning to you, Kevin. Thank you for joining. Kevin says, we're love. Thank you for coming, Kevin. But we are going to be we are wrapping up. We basically have wrapped up. But thank you always for passing through, because we know your time is extremely busy. So we appreciate you for always coming through, giving us that thumbs up and sharing us out as well. Really appreciate it. As we close off today's session, I hope I know the questions were easy, but sometimes we just need to have easy, right? I was trying to do a mixture of easy and medium and hard, but even those medium that I put in there, you guys just take it away like that. But I'm going to do some research, and God's willing, tomorrow morning after our motivation and devotion, we will do that part of it, and just to keep us abreast. I thought it was a really good thing I shared yesterday that was being done. Never away, right? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Everybody got 100% today. Everybody got no. Joseph get 90. Joseph get the last, not the last one, the second to last one right, wrong. Bess, you retracted your answer quickly and said, oh my God, that's not the answer. You realize the question. Oh, I know. Those schools don't give lunch. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? That's good. What is he having for lunch today, if you don't mind sharing? My son loves burger, loves to take burger to school for lunch. Such a nice mommy, packaged lunch and take it for her son. That's really, really nice and awesome. Best go get some rest. And you know that I've never catch one of your premiere, Bess. I've never caught one of your premiere. No, never ever caught one of your premieres. I don't know what happened, But good morning, Godchild TV. Thank you for joining. We are basically done. Goodbye, Jackie. Ambitious Jackie. Good morning. How are you doing, Jackie? Jackie, how is the cough? Did Shaniki's remedy work for you? How is the cough? Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you so much. Yeah, we finished. We did some Bible quiz, and everybody got 100%. The class was very bright today. Hi, Oral. Look at Oral. Good morning, Oral. Good to have you. We haven't seen you in a while, but I know the reason. You have been extremely busy, the real big boss. We know you have so much on the plate right now, but we pray God's give you the strength. Yes. He doesn't like cold food and they don't warm food at school. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Such a amazing mommy. Mm? You might need to get one of those container that keeps the food warm. When I guess when you decide to go out. But how are you feeling though, Jackie? I know the last time we had a conversation, you had a call. Even while you were doing one of the last video that I watched, those pop choy were beautiful. If I was close by, I'd have to get some at a discounted price. Right? I'd close by, I'd have to get some at a discounted price. But I hope you're feeling better now, able to go out to work. If you were, I think you said you were on sick leave, I think, the last time. Ah, Saniki remedy work. You know, Bess, I don't know. I can't find any of those, the thermos shape, the ones that shape in a bowl. The ones that I found was the round shape one. And those are kind of hard to carry. Um, the kids probably won't want to carry those. I would take those when I was going to work. I would take those. They keep your stuff really hot, you know. But I don't know. I don't know. Godchild TV said, I just woke up. I tried to catch the the show earlier. No worries. We're talking a little bit. We're going up until 1.5 hours. So since you guys just come in, I just close off in 8 minutes. Since you guys just came in, as to make sure it sticks and stay. We were basically wrapping up 10 minutes, so we just go to 1.5 hours. So no worry about it. You have been very supportive and we appreciate it. I'm trying to get one but not see any. If you so happen to find any Saniki, make sure you let me know. I want to search online, see if I can find any. Those are difficult. I remember the round one that I bought was actually Walmart. I found it. I didn't even find it online. It was Walmart. When I went on vacation, probably about 2 years ago, and it works well. For those of you who probably having a cold or so, one of the things that was shared, and Jackie said it worked good for her. We're suggesting that you get a pineapple that is very sour, and you could have that. Um, Best Bean also have a mix on her channel, so you can also check that out. That you can actually do. I didn't even remember to ask Tina if it worked for her because Tina was going to try it. So I wanted to find out from Tina how it worked for her. Awesome. Okay, great. So Jackie says, yes, I'm feeling much better and I'll be going back to work today. Awesome. I'm happy because the coughing can be uncomfortable. Even though you might not hear anything, but to you can and it kind of strain your throat and all of that. So I'm happy to see you. But Oral, how are you? How are you, sir? No school today? Your husband enjoyed too. Not a good taste, but it helped. That's good. Don't worry about it. That's how it is sometimes. That's how it is sometimes, and that's what I was saying. I have the notification on for Best Beans, but I don't get her notification. I will just be scrolling through. I was just saying to her, I've never joined one of her premieres. I always have to watch the videos afterwards. I'll sometimes get the notification after. So sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes you don't get it at that time. So it happens. Oh, okay. Well, have a fantastic day at school. And yeah, well, thank you for checking in. Yeah, don't be a stranger. Good morning, Gabby. I didn't realize it was Gabby. I thought it was Godstyle TV. I just see the G. Gabby, good morning. And the quiz was so easy this morning. You would have enjoyed it. Quiz was so easy. Thank you. Jackie says, hair looks healthy. Thank you. Guys, I'm rocking this from Saturday. I'm going to wash it today, though. I try not to do anything with it, but the curls are still intact. The curls are still intact. Oh my gosh. I really love it. I couldn't believe still intact and it don't feel, sometimes when you use gel in your hair, it gives this rough feeling. Not with this. It's really nice and soft. You guys need to check out that video that I did. I uploaded last night. Please watch it to the end. Watch it to the end and share it as well, please, so we can push this one out. You'll see how I achieved this style. It was so easy to do. Take a little time, but was easy. So um peace, love, joy, happiness. Make the best of your lovely day, everyone. Thank you, JB. Have a great time at work, JB, and I will meet you up possibly later on. Over the next 2 days, I may not be on during the day, doing something otherwise. So it might just be in the evening that you guys will see me have some things dealing with. And I have to take myself away. Okay. Yes. So it was really beautiful. I was surprised and excited how it turned out. And I was happy I didn't continue with the twisting because I was going to twist it. And when I look at it, I was like, oh no, it's not going to come out as I want. And I tried the braids and love, love, love it. Yes, I saw that, Joseph. I saw your comment. So I know I uploaded last night, Godchild TV. Gabby, you can check it out and please leave me a comment, Gabby, so I can get back to you. Right? Sometimes I'll take a little while, but once your comment is there, at least I will be able to see you. So please watch it and share it. Want to see one of the one that can be the viral one. So we have upload and upload and upload. But indeed, it was a beautiful morning. So you may need to go and watch the replay. We talk about being a realist and talking about that because sometimes we just have hope. If Oral, I just sat down and said, listen, I'm just going to hope my music will go large and didn't go out and sing, then it will just be a hope, right, Oral? But he went out, did his song, went into a competition, won the competition, and moving up moving up, creating album and all these things, ready for the launch. When is the album launch? Can't just be a hope. You have to work and you have to plan for it. So it is indeed, has always been my pleasure, guys, coming to you. And I did enjoy today's word and affirmation. I say to you, go out and live your best life today. Enjoy it, everybody, and we will talk again soon. Take care.